The following program contains strong language that is not suitable for young children. Viewer discretion is advised. In 2019, Michael X won the Wrestling Rundown Championship, taking the world by storm. But then, the virus attacked. These men promptly escaped from mental insanity by talking about the nerdiest shit on the internet, filmed in the Massachusetts underground. Today, still wanted by the people of YouTube, they survive as nerds, weebs, and dorks of fortune. If you have an obsession, if no one else can talk, and if you can subscribe to them, maybe you can hire the Indy Force.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indy Force podcast. It's an extra episode today. It's a podcast for nerds, weebs, and dorks of fortune. And today is AEW Double or Nothing Day. Here we are.
Double.
It's the podcast today, and well, we got a new champ. I think you can tell by the fucking crown on his head.
Yeah, I'm glad that we decided to make the fucking Burger King the first champ.
Bow down to the Burger King.
Great. I can't wait till he gets his own games. I can't wait to see Sneak King.
Or would he be the Pizza King since he's Greek?
He'd be pizza
or
pasta.
How about the Euro King?
What's your national anthem for your title win, Nikos? Pizza, pasta, put the
No.
Deliver it to my house.
Put it on, Michael. Cheesy on my beanie, that's all my love. Hey!
It's actually the complete opposite. If you look up Mussolini invades Greece, that's my theme song.
Pizza, I put it in a box. Got hungry, I realized that I was super fast through Italy, super quick.
All right. So let's get on to the AEW Double or Nothing. I'm gonna have a card up, so that way we can follow along. Although I don't remember the order all the way because some things kind of blend together.
So I actually kind of remember the order of how the card went.
Well, yeah, but it's always good to actually have the card in front of you.
Better than how the card went. Anything's better than card death.
Yeah,
Amen to that.
Legitimate. That's legitimate. I don't care.
Fuck. Yeah.
May have gotten better now, and I'll admit that they've gotten better since then. But that show is still trash. Don't convince me otherwise.
You can't
but anyway,
convince us otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not trash. You can't fucking tell me that it was trash. It had a last man standing match that literally goes.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just not get into it again. That's beating a dead horse. We'll
With
get to horses in a minute.
Horse.
Yeah, we'll get to horses in a minute. But anyway, let's start off the show. So, Private Party versus Best Friends. I actually did see a little bit of this. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what I saw. I mean, it's two of the best teams in AEW right now. I mean, that's to be expected, really. Best Friends win. Storm 0. simple and clean. They are now the new number one contenders for the
I've-
AEW Tag Team Champions.
I've missed a lot of AEW programming. Are Best Friends working heel now?
No, they're babyface.
No.
I think they just worked heel in this match because it was
Because they kind of
private
have
party.
to.
Okay.
Honestly,
Another
Case.
thing you
Go
go
right.
ahead, Mike.
No. Go right ahead. You're the king. Fuck it. I'm just a feeble little. I'm just a
Another
little executioner. Jesus
Another
Christ.
thing that actually struck true to the best friend's victory is they paid tribute to Shad Gaspard by doing the G.
Yeah, the
G9?
G9. I did see
G9,
that.
yep.
I did see that. Yep.
It took me a while, but wow, that is just tribute right there. Tribute at its finest.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Great show. Respect by those guys.
Mm.
Right after that, so obviously, first off, for those who saw the match or saw some of the match, what did they think? I thought it was thumbs up.
I agree.
I thought it was thumbs up. I'm not even going to give a star rating because I didn't see the full match, but I thought it was thumbs up for what I saw. So
I agree. Good, solid tag team work all around. Fast-paced, action-packed. You can't go wrong.
All I remember is just Trent trying to retrieve his bandana.
That was funny.
that was
That
hilarious.
was funny.
That was
I
fucking
try to
funny.
do that as a running joke, but overall, I give it like a 3-star type of match. I mean, it was good, but most of it was just Trent just trying to protect his bandana.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I think I have to agree with Nikos. I think it's a very good opener. It gets you right into the match and gets you straight into what you're expecting. And both teams showed that they can go the distance, and that's important. And nobody looks
of
weak.
course.
Nobody looks weak, which is the important bit to this that
Yes.
we have to say.
Yeah.
Nobody looked weak in this match. Everybody looked like that they had their spots that they needed to put in. And yeah, I would give this a solid 3.5 stars.
Yeah, it was very good. I enjoyed it.
I'm with Mike. 3.5.
3.5. Screw it. We're giving it a 3.5.
It's a good match. It's the best opening you're going to get when it's what's going on right now.
Right, I agree. I firmly agree with that. Now, let's talk about the first match of the actual card, which is the casino ladder match. Now, does anybody remember the operations off the top of their head? Because I'm kind of lost.
James, Operation is a game. It's a classic board game made in the 1970s.
It's hard as fuck.
Hard as fuck, but really exciting and fun game.
Is it water on the knee?
What?
Why did you have to scream that so fucking loud?
I didn't even know what he said. That's how loud it was. Yeah, that's what I heard.
All I heard was water in the knee. I'm like, what?
That's what I heard. Water in the knee.
Well, close. Water on the knee. But,
In the knee, on the knee, potato. Anyway,
That's a potato fire, Jensen.
So, do we remember the order? This could be the order, and I'm just not realizing
Okay,
it. But
so all I remember is that it was
Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky came out first.
Yep.
Okay, so they had a match to start it off.
Then it was Sabian.
Then it was Sabian.
Kip Sabian.
Skip had to come
And
out.
Jimmy
it
Havoc was
was-
out there too, which is why
Yep.
he got involved a lot.
Where the fuck is Daniels?
Daniels, I believe, is kayfabe out with a neck injury.
Because of Mr. Brody Lee.
Yeah.
And Penelope was out there as well. Well, Penelope came out later, I'm pretty sure. Then afterwards, it was Lucha? Was it Luchasaurus or Orange Cassidy?
No, it was Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Spent the majority of the match just dicking around, asking.
Didn't know what the fuck he was
Commentators.
doing on the match. I love his character, you know.
It's the best character where he was just
For all the worst
dodging
reasons.
The other guys.
Go, you assholes. Where am I supposed to go?
How do you do this thing called a ladder match?
Oh, how do I put, this on the bagel? What do I do from here?
Do I climb the ladder or do I not climb the ladder?
Or
That is the question.
Actually tried to
The ladder
stand.
behind me.
The ladder climbs up Orange Cassidy and goes for the freaking
Poker
The
chip.
ladder is the champ. Done. Confirmed.
I forget. Did he
We're
attempt to
going
climb?
full DDT with this.
I don't think he attempted to climb that damn ladder the entire match.
Okay. If he was going to climb the ladder, how fucking funny would it be if he did that with his hands in his pockets?
He wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it. I'll tell you that.
Dude, yes, he would have. I've climbed a ladder without my hands touching it.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to risk your fucking life, keep in mind you had a steady surface and probably somebody to hold it. He's in the ring with a.
Nobody was. Dude, I was 40 feet in the air.
Listen.
40 feet in the air on the side of a house.
You shouldn't do it anyway.
I can't help it if I got shit in my hands.
Anyway, so then it was Orange Cassidy. Was it Luchasaurus after that?
No, it was Colt Cabana, who was basically just staring at Orange Cassidy for failing to set up a ladder.
And then he just fucking attacked him. And then who was it after that?
It was Darby, I think.
Was it Darby?
I feel like Darby came out way earlier because he had a spot.
Yeah,
in the match
he did actually. He did after Kip Sabian.
Because there was a point in the match where he jumped from the top of a ladder with his skateboard, tried to hit Kip, I believe, and Kip rolled out of the way. Darby crashed.
No, he was trying to hit Kazarian.
That
got out of the way.
Quite frankly, that
ankle.
That was scary.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in wrestling. Never do that again. I mean, for fuck's sake, there was no need for it.
What you're saying is he's absolutely going to do that again just to spite you.
Yeah, probably.
No, but like,
if you're going to do it, at least connect with your opponent and make sure you do it safe. That was clearly not rehearsed.
Listen, you don't need a Hogan in wrestling who doesn't protect his friends when they do fucking jumps from the top of the cage. Listen.
So dumb, dude. Anyway, regardless, then I think it was Janela after Cassidy. Then it was Luchasaurus. I think that runs down everybody else.
And then...
Okay.
This dude.
So...
Holy shit.
Nobody knows. We're gonna put a spoiler here because it's a big fucking important athlete who makes his way into AEW and is fantastic on all fronts.
With an equally important manager, by the way.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna give you some time on this podcast. We're gonna wait 10 seconds for you to look this up on your own, or just wait the 10 seconds and we'll tell you. You can go watch this match, come back to here.
I highly recommend you go watch this match.
All right, cue the Jeopardy time music. All right.
Anyway, can I do it, please? Because I actually really like him.
Go.
WG.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Brian Cage, or as I like to call him, Sabretooth.
Yes.
Let's be honest, that's exactly what he is. Is here in AEW.
He's Sabretooth with a lazy eye.
Yes.
So Sabretooth.
Lazy eyelid, I should say.
So Sabretooth in the first movie.
The new Beast Incarnate.
Yeah. Brian Cage.
The better Beast Incarnate.
Yes.
Yeah, he looks fucking fantastic. He's got a very impressive look to himself. We'll say it right now. My God, perfect fucking choice for a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
dude,
absolutely.
It starts off with Taz starting off with who can stop. And then I'm thinking, oh, he's going to say the Path of Rage, isn't it? But no, he then says the Path of Cage. And I'm like, no fucking way.
Now, Brian Cage, if you have never heard of him, besides the fact that he sounds like a fucking Mortal Kombat character, the son of Johnny, Brian Cage. Seriously. That's what it seems like. Brian is a fantastic athlete. He's played an incredible heel for years, and I think he's better as a heel to begin with. He has the personality and body type that works better as a heel.
Agreed. And
the Weapon X, fucking awesome that he's doing.
This guy is totally a mark for X-Men.
Look at his whole fucking outfit, dude.
Dude, he's straight up inspired by the Wolverine. Even his sideburns are Wolverine-esque.
Yeah, he's huge. He's a
And
big.
if you're a super nerd of WYW, according to James Archangel, he cosplayed Luigi in friggin' No DQ CAW before making
Shut
the
up!
TNA.
That's in kayfabe, you ass. That's in
Was that
kayfabe.
really?
That's in kayfabe. Hey, I had to tie in
The
No
more
DQ
you know.
somehow, and it was an alternate universe, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, he was Luigi.
Hey, I believe it.
And yeah, well, now that you've seen him, now you see why.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Brian Cage. Here's the two things you need to know for the most part. If you want to see the
Number
match,
one,
you can.
he's big.
But
Number
these
two,
were
he's
these-
scared.
yes.
And number 3, he broke out of a pile of steel and poker chips to win this fucking match.
Yeah, it's like he just rose from the dead after getting beat up by everybody. Here's the other thing that you need to know. He had an awesome exchange with Luchasaurus. Quite honestly, probably one of the best of the night. By far. 'cause
They
those-
were on par with each other. Like,
yeah.
they
what
were
wrestling-
on match with each other.
And that's what wrestling should be.
Yeah,
You
that-
should be equal at the end of it.
And that's a match I want, and that's a singles match I want to see.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's what they set up. They set up a future match between him and Luchasaurus, and they set up a future match between him and Darby Allin because of the association that he's been having with Taz lately. So that just set up hugely for that. And now,
How Darby
Cage.
took.
Oh, sorry,
How
go ahead,
How Darby took that nasty freaking fall over the ladders.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
as soon as Brian Cage
bump
hauled
finish.
him over, he just straight up hit against like the railing of the ladders and just dropped.
Yeah,
Darby's going to be the guy who's going to be retired before he hits the age of 30.
and he doesn't give a shit either.
No, he doesn't.
Hey, and at least he knows he's an idiot and doesn't decide to use painkillers to mask the pain.
Looking at you, half the 90s WWE roster.
Half of the 80s
I'm
WWE.
specifically looking at Jeff.
What do you mean still going on?
I was specifically talking about Jeff, but anyway. Anyway, the bottom line is, after that spot, that ridiculous spot that frickin' Darby took, Brian Cage won the match. He got the poker chip, and we'll see what happens. I think rumors have it that he's going to be challenging Moxley at Fyter Fest.
I think it's a little too early for that. I feel like if you push him that fast, kind of kill him.
We'll
it's like
see.
Going up against the undefeated fucking champion right now. It's one of those. Maybe we wait and
I think they should do the Money in the Bank concept, honestly, with this. Like the
Personally-
contract, you know.
Personally, I kind of agree, but only to a certain extent. I wouldn't have it be just a complete and total, okay, you have a full year to cash this in. Say you've got like 90 to 120 days.
That's fine. That's
That's
fine.
fair.
What's half the year?
180.
180? Yeah, 180. There you go, done.
I think give him enough time where he can make the feud make sense
And build himself up as this friggin' monster like he needs to.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, very good ladder match. Definitely not the best. There was a lot of sloppiness in the beginning, but I think a lot of that had to do with the fact Rey Fenix was out. So there you go.
And Orange Cassidy
Honestly.
just fumbling around.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy was the best part, one of the best parts of the match, honestly, for all the worst reasons.
It's not the best match of the night, but it is very good in his entertainment.
It's very entertaining.
Very entertaining, yes.
That much was
It's definitely a 3-star match.
3-star ladder match. Yep.
I will agree.
But with
I think another thing that hurt it was
the fucking reveal, though.
yeah, the reveal was the best part. Absolutely.
That reveal has got to be like a 4-star for me.
Yeah, 100%. The other thing that freaking aggravates me though was all the outside interference. I mean, you had fucking Havoc come in for Sabian, and then you had the Best Friends have to help Penelope. And then the Best Friends came out. Then Penelope Ford came out. That was another thing that kind of harmed it a little bit.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, too many cooks in the kitchen. First off, you already had like 9 people in the ladder match, and then you're adding another 3 on top of that.
Penelope, who told you to enter? Who told you to leave the kitchen?
Oh wow! God damn!
I'm telling you, don't do that. You know, you and I are trying to start our little thing, and we do have a topic on there that we have to cover. We'll wait for that.
Man.
I'm riling it up, dude. I'm riling it up.
I know, but you can't go
You're stirring the pot, you fucking dick.
Listen, you
I
can't
have
go.
to stir the pot.
saying-
Otherwise,
Are you
what's the
guys
point?
actually going to talk about the JD? Is that what I'm getting at?
Hmm?
Are you guys talking about what I think you're going to be talking about with Bliss and JD and that stupid feud? Please tell me you're not.
No, why?
All right, I was about to say because I was actually going to talk about that.
no.
I think.
No. You're thinking of something completely different. That's wrestling specific.
Oh, okay, it's something different.
That's not what we're going to be covering on new podcast coming up soon. Open mic night.
Featuring your king.
Me
Mike and Mike.
and the king. It's going to be both of us because fuck you.
All men are kings.
It's the king and his execution. Oh God. Oh.
Fucking no.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Mike.
Anyway, all right. Let's move on.
Moving along.
We're
Moving
revealing
along.
too much.
We'll discuss
revealing
concepts. We'll discuss concepts later.
MJF versus Jungle Boy. This was by far, if you're looking at it from just a pure technical standpoint,
One of the better matches of the night.
one of the better matches of the night. Holy shit. I mean, you want to talk about a mat clinic between these guys.
Jungle Boy proved that he can go.
Dude, 27 and 22 respectively. And they're wrestling fucking mat clinics, dude.
Like they've been in the business for 30 years.
Dude, it's insane. It's insane. MJF, he just proved tonight that not only is he like the best heel talker in the industry, he's actually one of the best all-around wrestlers, period.
He's one of the best. He's one of the greats.
Like, this is
the
insane.
one thing that I do want to say, and I think it's relatively important. MJF has had time to learn from the best as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
He
100%.
wrestles as he does for the simplistic factor of, hey, he's had time to read about how heels do what they do and how to get into the mindset and become this perfect performer when it comes to being the bad guy.
Yep.
Because as I've said to you, and I'll say it again, the face may be loved most cases, but the heel's the one that's going to be remembered for all the shit that they just say and do.
100%. I agree with that 100%. The best spot of the match, not only because it was a crazy ass spot, but the way MJF sold it was gold. They're on the
Hurricane Rana onto the apron.
Yeah. They're on the apron. Jungle Boy does the reverse Frankensteiner, and MJF freaking stands on his 2 feet in a daze and falls flat back right after.
I legit thought MJF broke his neck.
Dude, that was brilliant selling and a fucking fantastic spot.
It was a wrestling match.
Yeah,
that's deserved to watch.
Yeah, 100%.
Technical. It was just entertaining.
It was the perfect.
It's what
baby
wrestling
face.
should be.
Yeah, it was the perfect baby face versus heel foil match. It really was. You had the underdog baby face. You had the asshole, cowardly, and cheap shot heel. And it was beautifully told.
And it ended in pretty much a perfect way.
Yeah.
Trading off roll-ups, both grabbing the tights, and MJF gets the lucky number 3.
Yeah, it was great.
He was also grabbing onto Jungle Boy's arm that was already damaged.
Yeah, that was brilliant as well. That was a brilliant spot, and I love how Jungle Boy didn't tap. They didn't let him tap. I love that. I really loved how they went about that.
That is how you kill a gimmick completely, is when you have somebody tap.
Yeah,
it's okay. Yeah. It's okay to do it if it's like, this is the only way I'm going to put this motherfucker down.
Right.
This is my last ditch effort.
Right, 100%. 100%. It was very good. I enjoyed this, definitely.
If
I had to rate this match, I'd have to rate it like 4 1/4. It was very, very good.
It is definitely a Bret Hart way to book a match.
Yeah.
Nobody has
other people's ratings.
Their finishers, just fucking do it the right way.
Other ratings. I rate it 4.25.
I'll also give it 4. I'm gonna give it 4 specifically.
Just straight up 4, not even a
Straight
quarter.
up 4. I'm not gonna give it the quarter because I feel like the fact of giving it a quarter undermines its possibility of being so much more. And I know he's gonna have better matches in the future.
They both are.
Yeah. What about you, Case?
I'm with Mike. Solid 4.
Nikos?
I give it a 4.5.
4.5. Oh wow. See?
I'm 5
There you go.
star, but it's nearly.
It's up there. It's up there.
Yep. Next up, we got Cody with Arn Anderson versus Lance Archer with Jake Roberts with Mike Tyson as the enforcer and the guy that will present the TNT Championship.
You want a brawl, a non-stop brawl between two hosses? Here you go, my guy.
Yeah, this is pretty. Well, I mean, and he's not really a hoss. Cody ain't a hoss, but it's deceiving how, like, when you see him stand near Archer, you forget how tall he actually is. Like, when I actually saw how tall he was, I had to remind myself, oh yeah, he's fucking tall. I remember meeting him in real life at Ring of Honor.
Yeah. When I flipped him off as payback.
That was hilarious.
That was great.
One thing about that match.
Go.
So, was I the only one that had a problem with how the TNT Championship looked?
Okay, so they did explain this. Well, hold on. They did explain this. It is not even finished yet, but they had to get it ready. The reason why it looks the way it looks now is because they have not finished the gold detail yet. Once they add, there's already an image that's been posted of what it's supposed to look like. I believe by AEW themselves. So it's not finished yet. Once it's and I've seen the finished product, looks fucking amazing.
You might as well just put it into the.
Yeah, here you go. Boom, done. There it is. So yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. The reason why it doesn't look like this now is because of this whole COVID bullshit.
Which makes sense because, I mean, I'll give an example. Casey and I ordered a very specific product that it took a long fucking time to get down here, and he just got it. What was it, Case?
Wait,
Friday?
you just got... Wait, are you serious? Or are you kidding me?
We ordered those May the 3rd. May 3rd. And
okay. We got to keep that on the download then.
No, I know. I just want to say that we got the that we ordered them May 3rd, and it took a while for them to get down here.
Oh, you're talking the lightsabers.
You thought we got that other thing, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I thought it was the other thing. Yes.
Don't worry about that other thing. That other thing will take.
We're not leaving you two out of the loop on that one. That's going to be a creation between all four of us.
Okay, fair enough.
We literally have to sit down together and.
Okay. Anyway, before we run out of time for this, because remember, I wanted to try to be 45 minutes. If it's an hour, it's an hour, but I won't really want to try to go for the 45 minutes.
All right. Anyway, let's go. So Cody versus Lance Archer. This is my fucking 4.5 match. This was near perfection.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree with that.
So good as singles one-on-one that I went. There's only one match that beats it, and it's because of the fact of how fucking good they were able to go. But for right now, this is my match. This is my. If I need an example of AEW, of how good AEW is, this is it when it comes to single competitor action.
This is definitely the match. Absolutely.
For a brand new title.
Agreed.
Specifically.
And seeing Jake Roberts nearly piss himself as Tyson came and blocked him was
insane, bro. And the fact that he ripped his shirt off too, like he was gonna go at him.
Jake the motherfucking Snake finally felt fear by the baddest son of a
man
bitch
on the planet, bro. And not only that, before that, he actually didn't take shit from either manager, and he kicked both him and Arn out. And Arn Anderson goes full Bill Belichick. He's like, "What? That's fucking bullshit."
I love Arn.
Oh, he's the best.
Aloha,
aloha. No. Adios, Arn. Adios, Arn. No, the best part about this match to me was just how good Lance Archer is as the fucking Haas. Like, the way he just the variations of tosses and suplexes and fucking just throws was insane. Like, there was a couple of times where I thought he just mauled Cody. And that was like...
It was an absolute slobber knocker.
Yeah.
And can I just say really quick, I really dig the way Lance Archer cuts his promos.
Yeah,
He's like a mix. He's almost the perfect example of tranquil fury. He's very quiet and he's very low in terms of his vocal register, but he always has that snarl to him that makes that lets you know, oh fuck, this guy's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I have to talk like this. I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. That is
So-
a fact.
Because everybody motherfucking dies!
So, Sean Maverick?
Except way
Angrier.
more.
Angrier.
And
But
angry.
if Maverick was more pissed and more...
And didn't
So,
give a shit.
Luca Lucky.
No.
No, because that's
Can...
that's
Because
just
Luca Lucky's fun.
Sure.
This guy's scary. He's scary.
This
He's
guy
very scary.
appears to be terrifying.
Yeah, like you don't want to like be even near him in a bar. Never mind a dark alley. Kind of
something
terrifying.
that was relatively
Unless
confusing.
you're big swole, then you could just try and whoop his
Oh
ass.
my god! Yeah, she almost punched his lights out throughout this match. Right. That was hilarious. You know. Fucking Big Swole trying to take a shot at Lance Archer. She'll back down from no man. She don't give a shit.
That's because he looks like some fucking abomination.
But yeah, after the distraction, because Lance Archer sees that Jake almost got beat up by Tyson, Cody hits the crossroads. He actually hits, I think he hits 3 crossroads to finally beat Archer and win the championship. Holy shit. I'm so glad, and I'll tell you why. Because this means we're getting MJF and Cody for the TNT Championship, and I'm all for it after
You're
the
damn fucking right.
That's a great program to kick off that belt.
Honestly,
at some point, he has to win something.
yeah.
He has to win a championship
honestly-
other than that ring.
Honestly, Mike, I can't thank you enough for bringing that factor into the predictions. None of us would have gotten that right.
I fucking told you. It's like, out of everybody that needs to go after Cody, why wouldn't you set up the feud with him and fucking...
It kind of
and
already
MJF?
did. You got to remember that the next program on TV, at the very least, before the next pay-per-view match between MJF and Cody, is probably going to be Shawn Spears in between that time. And I'd imagine that if they do Fyter Fest again this year, that I guarantee you they're going to save MJF and Cody before All Out. So at Fyter Fest, it is probably going to be Shawn Spears and Cody where it all began.
Yes,
At
and
Fyter
that's how you do it correctly, because that creates a story loop. You're able to end one branching path, and
Because
then
they have this one thing, ladies and gentlemen, continuity. Hey,
it's really important.
It's
Honestly, continuity
stupidly fucking important.
is fucking important. I know
It's
somebody's gonna say,
ridiculously important.
so
People
we
are
agree it's 4.5. We agree it's 4.5.
I agree. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Half that's going to get from AEW when it comes to having Cody. Dude, there was so much fucking nonsense in this match that it shouldn't have worked on paper.
And it worked. Absolutely
It worked beautifully.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to think about.
And
Put this in perspective, if you don't mind.
yep.
Name another wrestling company that has had the gall to go, oh, Iron Mike Tyson, we'll grab him. Chaotic finish to a relatively mid-card title. Got that. Oh, it's the owner of the company fighting for the mid-card title. Got that. Brand new guy is going to face him. Got that. Jake the Snake appears because why the fuck not? Got that.
You know what also makes sense? I realized why they also did it, because they actually have the TNT continuity as well, not just AEW. Mike Tyson appeared on a TNT show once. I believe it may have been a boxing thing. So that kind of ties into their canon as well, which is nuts. I don't know if that was their intention, but it makes sense that you would have a guy that used to be on TNT kind of present the fucking belt.
But to be fair, fucking Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like
Mike
I
Tyson's
know,
Baddest motherfucker on earth.
like
Yeah.
he's the greatest. He's one of the greatest boxers of all. We'll get into that later. Trust me. I don't
We'll get into that in the
I
actual
know if
intercourse, yeah.
Casey knows that what's going on with that either.
No, we'll hold off on that.
Yeah, we're gonna hold off on.
But let's get to the next match. This was all right. This was not the best match of the show. It was probably the least best match. It wasn't even terrible, by the way. That's like saying this was the bronze out of silver, gold, and platinum.
This was Chris Statlander versus
Penelope Ford with Kip Sabian, all taped up from the ladder match.
taped up and on crutches.
Chris Statlander won. No surprise there. It's a good 3-star. It wasn't terrible.
It's definitely that midpoint of the match that you're like.
This is definitely your cool down match of the night.
Yeah,
That's the best way to do it. Honestly, you need those fucking moments for the fan base to sit there and go, all right,
Okay.
cool. I get to go grab a snack. I'll come back. Not much is happening. Cool. I'll take a break.
I'll take a breath. I'll focus. I'll recenter myself, and we'll be good to go for the rest of the night.
Exactly, and that's how this.
All I
remember should go.
What?
All I remember from that match was when Penelope Ford was trying to pin Chris Statlander, and when she kicks out, all I heard was some screeching sound, and that scared the shit out of me. I look up and I see the girl. I'm like, I forgot you were there.
Oh my god.
I just forgot that Vicky Guerrero was there.
Yep, Vicky Guerrero was there.
It's actually nice. I gotta say, it's actually nice to see her not in character for once.
Yeah, well, no, she kind of wasn't care, wasn't she?
She kind of was.
At that point, yes, but earlier on in the night, you just saw her taking in the show, enjoying it as a fan, and it's like, okay, that's nice and wholesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, they didn't just ban her from events because she went to another wrestling company. Fucking Stanford.
It's almost like that she had to leave a cursed situation that was bad for her health.
Yeah.
Because it was WWE.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there's no way to get around that. Literally because
else.
it was WWE.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it was good. 3-star. Everybody agree with just 3-star. Chris Statlander wins with Big Bang Theory. No surprise. So there you go. 3-star match. Very, very nice cool down. Then we get to the comedy match of the night. I didn't expect this was going to be the comedy match of the night, but Sean Spears did a hell of a job. Sean Spears comes out. He's doing his Sean Spears news gimmick. He's basically saying he does the Shawn Michaels approach where he plays the music once, but it's not. Dustin's not coming out. He's like, sorry, I couldn't resist. Yeah, no, he's not coming out. So you know, Arbery, start the match now. This is an official match on the card. Count him out right now. So he started.
But Shawnee's not here.
He's not here. It doesn't matter. It's an official match on the card. I'm in the ring. Ring the bell or whatever. And then all of a sudden, Dustin's music plays again.
Aubrey gets to 2, and then Dustin's music hits again. He's trying to talk down the sound crew, and then here comes Brandy out from behind the curtain.
And then out comes Dustin.
From behind Sean Spears.
And he was like, oh shit. And then it was off to the races of a beatdown.
It was an unnecessary strip down of Sean Spears because, again, he was not ready to compete. And I really didn't
No,
want
he
to
should have
see
been
that
because he
image
made
of
the
Sean
challenge.
Spears' bare ass on the screen.
And
To say nothing of Tully Blanchard's face on his underwear.
right near his crotch. It wasn't even near his underwear. It was on his crotch. Let's call it what it is.
Listen,
He Rick rooted his own manager?
His boner.
Oh, no.
His boner is Tully Blanchard's face, okay? That was the gimmick,
Sean
and he
Spears
knew it,
is at that
and he
age-
knew it, and he knew it would be funny and gross at
Sean
the same
Spears
time.
is at that age where he can date anyone who's either younger or older than him.
Well,
So what if he wears other clothing from his boyfriends? He can do whatever he wants.
He is a fucking independent
not
woman.
judging.
People respect him.
He is a strong, independent woman. He don't need no man.
no, apparently he needs Tully Blanchard.
Of course, his face is
Charlie,
on his dick,
where are you?
I mean that, you know what? That gives the whole definition to the term brainbuster, if you know what I'm saying.
But
Anyway, Dustin Rhodes hits.
Jesus.
Never say that again.
Jesus.
Do me a
And that was
favor.
even worse than my comment of Penelope Ford.
Do me a
Anyway.
favor. And never say that again.
Anyway,
Yeah. Dude.
Dustin Rhodes, I believe, hits a Destroyer pretty soon after this, and then the final reckoning, and gets the win on Sean's
Destroyer
team.
or Destroyer, depending on where you're from.
Now this was a 2.5.
basically, this is an excuse for Dustin Rhodes to dump his diabolical diarrhea all over the face of Sean Spears, and I really hope Mike gets that one.
I really hope that you never fucking repeat that to anybody else.
For the record,
Too late, it's already live, so-
Dustin Rhodes won. So there you go. And then
Obviously.
freaking.
The fucking one. Boom.
So this was like 2.5. So maybe this was probably the match that was least better than Chris. But the reason why I say that's still silver, and I'll tell you why, is because it was funny. So it was the funniest 2.5 star match.
If you laugh out loud during your matches, you're doing something correct.
Yeah, it was the funny 2.5 star match. It was the funny. And we enjoyed the funny here.
Although we have one match later on that's, I would say, even funnier than that, but we'll get to it.
Well, I mean, it made you feel every emotion, but we'll get to that. Yeah.
I peed myself.
Now we get the two, personally, in my opinion, the two best matches of the night, if you don't count the main event. Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose. No disqualification and no count out for the AEW Women's Championship. I really, really liked this match, you know? I really did. I thought the two women fucking brought it. I thought they laid their shit in.
Yep.
They fucking did good. They did good business here. Very good David and Goliath match, and I must say, this David and Goliath type match was far better than the ones that she had with Riho, I think.
Agreed. I would
Yeah,
also somewhat disagree, because when she fought Riho, it was more the fact of, how the fuck do I beat this little pain in my ass?
You know what? I don't know. Like, sometimes it
I
wasn't
like-
believable, especially when she was doing dragon suplexes on.
I'm not going to shit on.
No, I'm not shitting on the mat. I just don't. I think it's believable the fact that Riho was able to fucking do dragon suplexes on a fucking woman that was like twice her size. Whereas in this, if Hikaru Shida did that, you could actually believe it because she actually had some height to her.
But we are talking about the same sport. Let's put this in perspective. We are talking about the same sport that has some of the goofiest shit in the world.
I'm well aware. We'll get to the goofiest shit in the world in a minute. I'm talking, but specifically when it comes to that portion, I could see Hikaru doing it more than I could see Riho doing a dragon suplex.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm literally saying though that the whole thing was it's a clash of styles, and it's usually that's how awkward the clash of styles usually is going to go.
Now, initially, I thought Nyla Rose losing was a bad idea, and then after seeing this match, it really the way they went about it, I was fine with.
Dude, Hikaru Shida broke a fucking kendo stick over Nyla Rose's head,
and then hit the knee strike, and then won. So yeah,
I will say this.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm okay with Nyla Rose losing because it kind of fulfills her promo where she says she will be a one-time champion, and having her to lose that champion, I felt satisfied. Her run was okay. I mean, I have no problem with it when she was running, but it was all right. She was good as champion, but now
I think this is looking at this match, this was probably the better time to end it. Hikaru Shida, I think, is the best all-around women performer on that brand right now.
She's fantastic.
Of course. And
nobody's even close to her right now.
Needed that win.
Oh, especially after what happened with Anna.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And God, that happened
really hope
a day or two later.
No,
right?
it literally happened hours before Double or Nothing.
Was it hours before Double?
Yeah.
You think Okay,
I
let me
was-
put it like this. Do you
was
think that they
hoping that
changed
he could.
the ending because of that then?
Huh?
Do you think they might have changed the ending because it's like, listen, you know what?
I think it definitely played a factor. Yeah.
And you know what? That's fine.
I just hope.
yeah,
I just hope
honestly-
they wrote out a plan now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was the plan all along. We're gonna see if it was part of the plan in the coming weeks. If it was or
I'm just
not. 'Cause
glad she
usually
got
you
an
can tell by the
honorary
booking
mention.
if it's like they're still writing it week to week or they're still writing it at least bi-weekly.
Yeah.
That's when you tell. That's when you can tell.
Yeah. Now here's a question for you guys before we move on.
Yep.
Who do you think should be Hikaru Shida's first opponent for the title?
Honestly,
Definitely
Dr.
not
Britt
Riho.
Baker, DMD, when she gets back from injury. It should be like 6 to 8 weeks.
I have to disagree.
Who?
And
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna get some shit for this.
Go.
I think it should be Riho.
Really?
I think her first title defense should be against the old
That's
champ.
TV. You're not putting that on pay-per-view.
No, I'm not saying pay-per-view, but I'm saying why not?
I could see it. Absolutely.
Her first match is against the old champion. It would help in her favor to give some extra stuff to it because it's like I beat the current champion and I beat the previous champion.
Yeah.
I beat the first champion that had this title. That makes my reign important.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Two match-
yeah, you know, why not?
Two matches I would personally like to see if they do it just from a match-wise perspective. Either her versus Chris Statlander purely for the match, or her versus Shauna. I
Personally,
think it would be a great match.
I feel like Emi Sakura would be a really good opponent for her.
But also,
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. The problem is she would have to be the heel, and I'm sorry. Anybody that impersonates or or idolizes Freddie Mercury cannot be the fucking heel in that situation. You can't do it. It doesn't make sense.
You do realize she's been a heel pretty much the entirety of her AEW run.
No, not in the entirety. She was the heel in the Riho match by default, but that's why I'm saying it doesn't make sense. It will not make sense.
Are you all forgetting about Big Swole?
Swole.
She needs to have at least a one-on-one with.
Yeah,
Hikaru
I
Shida.
agree. Yeah, I actually.
I'm not saying, listen, the thing I'm trying to say, Nikos, is her first match. Her first match as champion should be against the previous champion. Put it on TV if you must. If you're like, no, we can make this work on pay-per-view if we do this correctly.
Yeah, if
you
they do it
go
correctly.
for it.
Yeah.
If you do it right, go for it. But I would say this is we need to do this by the book the entire match and make sure every single spot needs to be hit correctly.
Right.
Plan it out.
I guess
Plan it
that
out
makes
like
sense.
Michaels and Brett would have.
Yep.
All right. Let's get to the. What do we want to rate this match real quick?
I'm
I'm gonna rate a 4.5 again. I really enjoyed it.
4. Because I know that there will be a better match in the future.
Agreed. I'm going to say 4 as well.
Nikos.
4.
4. Okay. I liked it a little bit better.
Oh, it was very good.
It was a good match. We don't blame you.
This
Nobody's denying that.
now we get to the 2 5-star matches for 2 completely different reasons. Jon Moxley versus Brody Lee. Oh boy.
God, it's the best match I've ever seen in the show.
Oh,
Holy hell!
It's AEW at its finest for the fact of how do we make our heel look really good and not shitty, and keep
the belt on Jon
general
Moxley.
appeal of our fucking champion. Oh, referee stoppage. Oh, not Hell in the Cell of Seth Rollins versus The Fiend.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's my example. I know somebody
This
out
is-
there. Somebody
this-
out there in the comment section, somebody that's watching this goes, "That's a fucking cheap shot." No,
Dude,
no.
best-
You
no,
don't get to call that a cheap shot because of the
No.
fact that it's the same fucking finish, but it was done better and it made more fucking sense.
Yep.
You don't
Don't
get to
fucking
sit there
add
and
us.
cherry pick. You don't get to fucking sit there and cherry pick that. No, it sucked as much as this did because, of course, it was referee stoppage in a title match. It's like, yeah, except here's the difference. We're talking about Moxley, not fucking Rollins. Seth.
Oh
Seth
no. Let's
I'm
let's.
thinking
All right.
Rollins.
Hold on. Can we not get off track? Because I want to try to be done by like 5.
All right.
There's a one time where I say, even though we're the Indy Force, let's not go off track because we are very short on time to try to get to.
I know. I'll finish my point with this. This was done correctly. What happened at Hell in the Cell wasn't.
Right.
That's my example.
Yep. Well, considering the fact that this was also a normal match as well, even though they made it look like anything but, even though they didn't use weapons, they used their surroundings, like poker chips. They did a body slam on poker chips.
Very effectively.
They did a big
harassing the librarians.
Yeah, this was fucking great. Like, I just watch this match. I don't even think we could do it justice, honestly.
Yeah. We're
not going to be able to do it justice. We could do, but we can cover.
We can cover the finish. We can cover the finish being one of them.
So, Moxley is about to be put through the ramp by Brody Lee. He then reverses it into a paradigm shift through the goddamn ramp. They take the Taz and Bam Bam Bigelow approach with this. You have Moxley come out first. Brody comes out with blood on his head. He comes into the ring. They brawl more, and then Moxley gets him in one paradigm shift.
And he kicks out at one.
Then he hits the stump pile driver. 1, 2, kicks out again. Then he hits the paradigm shift. Then again,
a paradigm shift to hell. Need I remind you, because Brody Lee is literally full vertical for this paradigm shift.
Yep.
It's totally a fucking brain buster. Let's call it as that was a fucking buster he hit him with.
That was a paradigm shift brain buster edition.
Before I forget, this is how you book a heel to look dominant without him getting a lot of shit in. You make him survive. It wasn't about the title being on the line or any of the story. It was about how the fuck is the heel going to survive this onslaught?
This is how.
Champion that doesn't give a fuck.
Yep.
And how you book it correctly.
The challenger kept getting up, but eventually Moxley held in a guillotine.
A rear naked choke.
Rear naked choke. He went into, I think it was a crossface into the guillotine choke, and then got him to pass out. He didn't tap out. He passed out. And that was how they kept the.
They took the approaches from both Bam Bam versus Taz and Bret Hart versus Austin.
Yeah,
perfectly. And there wasn't a double turn here, but you respect the heel fat. That's the whole thing. The Dark Order has never said that they are face or heel. No. That's never been determined.
Oh no, they're definitely.
Like it. And okay.
No, they're heel. Mike, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're fucking heel. They're heel. They're a heel faction. They've attacked baby faces since they arrived. They're heel.
I've attacked baby faces since I've arrived.
Yeah, but that's different. That was in the tournament. But anyway, that's beside the point.
But yeah, I'll just put it like this: that the Dark Order, with their leader being fucking Brody Lee, is fantastic.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And to put this in perspective, WWE would not know how to fucking book this correctly.
No, clearly.
This is why AEW.
That's why he left. That's why he left.
The way I see it, it's kind of good, like a good revenge for Jon Moxley to finally get a win over a former member of the Wyatt family.
Yeah, 100%.
And the whole thing, I'm never going to do the comparison on that front. Because of the fact it's like, he's no longer that fucking guy from WWE.
Who never washed his fucking shirt.
No.
He's
now better.
He has built himself up to a mafioso boss.
No, absolutely.
Correctly. He didn't sit there and go, well, I have all the power because I'm the new guy and I'm the new hire. It's like, no, you could, if you like go through the storyline, it's like, yeah, he's actually like the more natural choice for the fact that when he was in the Wyatt family as Luke Harper, he was the one that everybody wanted to fucking see.
Yeah.
He was so good in the ring that
you wanted to see what he could be like as a leader as opposed to a follower.
And he's fantastic.
True.
He's incredible.
Definitely 5-star. Definitely a 5-star match. I really, really enjoyed this match.
I'm going to tell you, James, I think you're giving it a low score.
No, I'm giving it 5. I'm giving it 5.
The reason why is because they had the...
I'm not going to be Dave Meltzer. I'm not doing that. I still stand by the minute you overrate matches and start going into the 6-star range, it ruins all credibility. Fuck that. It's 5-star.
I think that this match, though, should deserve best moment of the year.
If we were to cast the votes and take the tally now, absolutely. Yeah. But remember, we've still got 7 months worth of television to get through.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly. We'll honestly, here on the Indy Force, we will be covering every single AEW pay-per-view. Maybe not every weekly show, because we
definitely don't cover every weekly show because we got the fucking rundown to do that. But
yeah, but every pay-per-view, absolutely.
Yep. All right. Everybody else agree with 5 though. 5 stars.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah,
Nikos,
this is the goal of how a 5-star match should go.
Next 5-star match comes in the form of a whole different reason.
The cluster.
It's even better than WWE cinematic matches.
Yep.
Hey, Vincent, take note, you prick. This is how you do cinematic matches.
The reason why it's as good as it is, and it's not because of how they booked it. It's not even the fact that you have this huge fucking stadium and nobody's in it, and you have more of a draw. The difference is it felt important because it was booked important.
Yep.
It felt good to watch, and I will say this: this is not only just my.
Can we also point this out? It started in a fucking ring, or near a ring.
They use their entire environment to their fucking to their design. Exactly, and they used it. It's like they're using empty arenas. Smart.
Yes, I do.
Oh, of course.
They're using empty arenas in such an interesting goddamn way. It's not even funny. Like this whole thing with Hardy is fantastic.
Dude, he and Hangman Page are like the 2 best parts of this whole match.
Yeah.
I forget what Omega.
Well,
Sammy had his moments too, though.
Oh yeah,
Sammy had his freaking great moments, man.
Sammy staring down the friggin' golf cart, having his deja vu moment of.
How about the time where he stared down the horse when the horse was about to run him over?
It's like,
by the way,
Red Dead Redemption pre-order bonus horse.
Yes.
Going to just say, hey, Hangman Page, we want you to be the physical actor for the next Red Dead game.
They should, honestly.
We want you to become Arthur Morgan.
Can I also put this out there? One of the best moments was the freaking 100-yard Northern Lights suplexes spot.
It was awesome.
By Mr. Matt Jackson onto Chris Jericho, I believe. Was it Jericho that took all those?
No, that was.
I think it was Jericho.
I think it was Jericho, actually.
Which is nuts. How old he is, and he's taking that on natural turf. Jesus Christ, man.
Wait. The Northern Lights? I thought that was Sammy that took all that.
Might have been. I don't really remember.
It was Sammy.
I don't think it was Sammy. Was it Sammy? It might have been Sammy. I don't know.
It probably was Sammy. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They did honestly, a freaking moonsault off the freaking football goalpost as well.
Yep. But my favorite part of this whole match, Matt Hardy turning the pool into the Lake of Reincarnation.
Oh my God! Anytime he's in water, he goes into different variations of Matt Hardy.
Yes.
And then
the line of the match. I'm going to need you to sit in this chair with wheels for a couple of days, if you don't mind.
That was the best. And then what happened? What happened to? Didn't Ortiz have an awesome spot in this as well, where he gets thrown into a freezer?
Yep.
And then
this will help your inflammation.
It's the best, man.
Santana was just working that belt shot. Oh my lord.
Okay, can I tell a quick thing if you don't mind?
Go ahead.
I started watching this pay-per-view at about 11 o'clock. I had to watch it a little bit later than when it actually came out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the time that I finished, it was fucking 4 o'clock in the morning.
And I went, watching.
I literally was so tired that I'm like, as soon as it ended, my body went, and
Okay.
you're done. And
Yeah.
you're done. You're gonna take
Because
a
you
break.
couldn't stop watching because it was enthralling.
I was
And good
so
night.
invested.
Yep.
I was
How-
so fucking interested. I went, why is a little independent fucking company that's run
It's not
by
even independent. Let's not even. It broke the form of independent here. Can we also talk about J-Hebert hunts down Hangman and Hangman goes, "You want to fight or do you want to drink? Be honest."
Get
And then he
me
goes
a
and
drink,
drinks with them, and he's like, "You know what?
bartender."
On second thought, I changed my mind." Smashes the glass over him, and they start brawling. It's like, "Yeah, let's go." And then they freaking did
Hangman Page enjoys milk-flavored whiskey.
Then he gets yeah, we'll get to that. And then he gets tossed into the freaking all the beer on the counter, and then they share a drink.
Western
Omega and
cliche
Hangman.
right there.
Omega and Hangman share a drink. They Kenny Omega has milk and he has beer, and they toast and drink and then go out to help the rest of them. And
You're
then
also forgetting one thing. Omega and Hangman, they keep smashing Hager's face with fucking
Right.
bubbly.
yeah, 100%.
Someone do a compilation. Every time Hager gets hit with a little bit of bubbly, do you hear Jericho going, bubbly?
Yes. All right. Just because I'm not even trying to rush, but I really don't have a choice because dinner's happening. So we can't break down every spot. There was way too many. We already mentioned the golf cart, so we'll skip right to the end. Sammy outruns the golf cart this time. He goes all the way up to the grandstands. He says he's choking Matt Hardy. He says, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you." Like, I've never seen so much conviction from Sammy. That was very good acting, by the way. Then another drone comes to save Matt Hardy by distracting him. And then Kenny Omega hits him with the V-trigger. They bring him up, twist of fate on the thing.
And it's the damnedest one-winged angel you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
They went from a platform and they smashed through a freaking board and stuff. 1, 2, 3.
The
and
Elite
the Elite wins. And I was like, holy shit, Nikos just won.
By a fucking coin flip, too.
Yeah, by a coin flip.
As I said, the hands of fate will determine what will happen. And the hands of fate have chosen their champion. 10 seconds later, we just hear Nikos go, "Sisters of Fate, you have chosen to face off against me, the god of war."
Yeah.
Fate is another lie told by the gods. Nothing is written that cannot be unwritten.
The best part of this match was the commentators because they had a blast calling.
You could tell they were. You could tell JR and Tony Schiavone especially were having a fucking ball with this match.
As I'll say, and I'll say it one more time before we switch gears here.
Yes.
This is how you run a wrestling show without an audience.
Yep.
And
100%. And they had an audience. And they still had an audience.
They're
as small as they were.
And that's crazy. Like, we're in one of the worst times right now when it comes to entertainment, and they're able to do it. It's nuts.
Yep. That's why I say I'm to AEW all the way over WWE. They don't know how to do it.
Here's the difference between AEW and WWE. AEW writes for the limitations as opposed to around them.
Yep. That's the
and
true
WWE
statement.
Just has limitations.
Yep.
And
because they're childs and don't like to admit when their toys get taken away. Anyway, that's beside the point. Can we give this the rating? 5 stars all the way. 5 fucking stars. I don't think there's any debate with anybody in this chat.
Not a one. We
still didn't do any justice to this pay-per-view or this match. Go watch it. It was a fucking great show. I really enjoyed this. Definitely not the best. It wasn't better than All or Nothing last year, in my opinion, but it was still very, 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 very entertaining, very good. Definitely give this a watch.
Absolutely.
It will be worth your time.
A-, I would say overall. As
A-, absolutely is the fair grade. Absolutely. A- all the way. So that being said, Thank you guys for watching this Indy Force Extra. If you liked it, please make sure you subscribe and hit that post notification bell. Like that video. Comment down below what you thought of AEW Double or Nothing. We're going to be posting Indy Force again on Friday. We're going to be talking all sports, including a big announcement for a boxing fight, which we won't reveal yet. Do not tell Casey.
I did see it in the chat.
All right, never mind.
But all I'm gonna say is this: James hinted at this during a previous Indy Force episode, and let me tell you, we fucking love it when a plan comes together.
Good outro. Good outro.
Yep. But then he ended up joining WCW and the Alliance. Because when people think WCW, they think of the guy that basically helped WWF win the war, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Eric Bischoff, Uncle Bischoff, doesn't like his nephew Eugene. And we got Coach in Ohio, sporting Michigan-colored you. Fucker. That pissed me off.
Don't even get me started on Tony Storm crying. Oh, she cried. And the glass shatters. He opens the door. And off we go. Brawl ensues. They go all the way towards the Dipping Dots section where Cody dumps his Jericho's head in the Dipping Dots.
Next was Best Friends getting interviewed. And
somewhere Jim Cornette had a conniption fit. I got a ticket! I got a ticket!
Get out of here!
You don't mess
with
me!
Get out of here!
I have a ticket!
And literally, security and the police escort the Nightmare family off the premises.
MJF says, How you looking now, midlife, Chris?
Do to get by, cause I keep ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me.
A table from hell with the Psycho Asylum. An Iron Man match of factorial proportions. Man.
In this fight, I will melt you down to slag.
Versus machine.
I calculate a 0.85% chance that you will win in your current condition.
All metal mayhem. Colleen Horizon.
When you throw me into the wolves, I will return leading the pack.
Vera McGarden.
And I'll do anything to be the warrior on top.
For the Athena title, best friends turned bitter rivals. Johnny Starr.
Don't get in the way of the star or you'll get burned.
James, the Archangel.
I'm the real star of this brand.
For the international title, the Outsider, Mark Young. The Executioner, Michael X. For the WYW World Heavyweight title. 2 out of 3 fall.
Inside.
In a hell in a cell. WYW Immortal. Now available on YouTube.
Hibiki TMD on YouTube, retro gaming, pro wrestling, podcast, Terry Bollea, Hibiki Honors, Hibiki Quickie, everything in between. Hit that subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at the Hibiki TMD. And hey! Watch out for pedestrians, pal! You on the bike! Slow down!
Hit that subscribe down below. Check us out at the Hibiki TMD on Twitter, Hibiki TMD on YouTube. Oh, the goddamn goodness.
What's up, bitches? Are you tired of being bored during quarantine? Well, to pass the time, check out hundreds of free classic games on PlayEmulator.com. This site offers so many classic titles from the Nintendo Entertainment System, all the way to the Game Boy Color. They also have a huge PSX library, along with an even bigger Sega library. The collection is massive and has hundreds of games, including, but not limited to, Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, the original Streets of Rage, Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man, WWF No Mercy, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Virtual Pro Wrestling, Super Mario 64, F-Zero and F-Zero X, the original Tetris, Contra, WCW NWO Revenge, Doom 64, all Street Fighter 2 titles, Pokemon X and Y, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, the Ultimate Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and much, much more. They also have a small section for MSX including the original Metal Gear. There are also fan-made emulators you can play, including Shadowing Sonic, Mario vs. Sonic.exe, Simpsons Streets of Rage, and a Street Fighter 2 version of Street Fighter 5. Go on playemulator.com and enjoy the fun, fellow gamers, because this shit's super fun, yo. Indy Force approved.